Shocks and Scream, Shiro and Donk, Config and Heineken. Counter-Strike is full of amazing duos, but I want to ask you two, who are the worst duos in Counter-Strike ever? Open floor. Who are the worst duos in Counter-Strike ever?
Blame F and anyone.
Yeah, I mean, he does okay out of it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Obo and meth abuse.
Freddy Frog and a relaxer.
Freddy Frog and Relaxer's a good shout.
That is a good shout.
The obvious answer is, of course, Spiddy and Dennis.
No.
Maybe the worst duo ever. Like, they were... And I feel bad, because Dennis, like, sort of turned his career around and was actually all right later in his career, but Spiddy was, like, just appalling. Like, just so bad. He was just awful.
Yeah. Not great.
Stewie 2K and Skins. There you go.
Topical.
Very topical. I want to give an actual serious answer.
I thought of I say Spiddy and Dennis. I think are the obvious answer. I had a good answer for this earlier that I thought of, and it's just left my brain as we went live. So
is it Deaths and
is it? It was Deaths and Davy G. That actually is what it was. Yes.
Yeah. I thought it might be.
Yeah. No, that is right. That's what it was.
Any two players from Evil Geniuses 2023. There you go.
Any two rosters from Evil
Geniuses
Geniuses 2023
and Issa.
Oh, Issa
no, because Issa was actually good back then.
Okay, Issa and MBK from early OG. There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. They were awful at that point. I mean, Carrigan and Brokey right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you ask this question, Elliot?
I just thought, people like it when we talk about bad players, it seems. Especially Adam, or Adam B, as I presume it's meant to be said. Capitalise the B. He told us that we were... I'm not allowed to say this word, but I believe our producer is. So he told us we were... A not very nice word. Because Sam, actually, I should say, I didn't have any say this. Sam said that
even in the clip.
Lumi was the worst AWPer of all time.
Yeah.
Which he is. Just once again.
So we are doubling down, are we?
He's shit. I don't need to say more than that. He's just not a very good player.
He's not. But this whole clip did get some interesting opinions from the community, didn't it?
Yeah, should we go?
Yeah, or most of them having a go at us.
Yeah. There it is. Producer Charlie, please stay there for your excellent response to Adam B, where after Adam B called us R words, or rather called me an R word, Producer Charlie said, I'd say that you shouldn't use that word, but if you think Lumi is a good AWPer, you probably have the pass. Which is just brilliant. Just a clearly
I've got to say,
reply.
I do respect backing your former teammates like that. Because
you've got it, right?
They've played together, right? So he knows more than anyone that he's not that good, probably. But
Plopsky and Rez. Oh god, that was an awful duo. Plopsky and Esotag was even worse.
I was going to say Plopsky and Esotag.
Oh god,
that's it. That's the worst.
Esotag on the AWP as well.
And Esotag. I actually thought Esotag was a better AWPer than he was a rifle.
I've missed this reply to PSG.
Which one?
And I don't want to. We don't need to divulge it. From our lovely producer. I don't mean to alarm you, sir, but you have to stick up your arm. Apex had some things to say, particularly Elliot. You said, "What the hell are you talking about? Okay, the end wasn't great, but you talk about a really good AWPer that have been a fucking solid rock for a long time. Don't talk when you have no clue."
First things first. If you've been rock solid for years, you should probably see a doctor. Second of all,
or a prostitute.
He even admits in this tweet that the end wasn't great. So he knows he was pretty dog shit. He knows he was dog shit at one point. I'm clearly not talking about when he was good in CS source.
I'd
That's obviously not what I'm
talking
talking about.
No. So I then said, I didn't endorse the Smiths thing. And I said, if you're talking about Lumi, though, I have eyes, man, I'm sorry. Apex just responds, Smith's brother. He also will not deny that Lumi is shit.
No acknowledgement of Lumi.
Yeah, because Lumi's
he's probably never watched him. He's got no reason to watch one of his games.
I do think, though, Smiths was all right when he wasn't open. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, he wasn't a terrible player. He just wasn't a very good AWPer. and that's fine. Like, by the end of his AWPing tenure, he was like losing them games.
Yeah.
He was bad. Like, okay,
Yeah.
he wasn't the worst ever because Sixer has also played in France and would have been a better shout. But like,
You know, you'd have got the
He
same
was not-
comment
and-
if you
and
said
for a true-
Sixer.
well, yeah,
I
but
don't
then
know.
I'd
No
have
one-
fired
no
back
one
a
would
lot
defend-
harder if
no one
they
would
backed
defend
up
Sixer.
Sixer. Sixer and Devil, by the way, one of the worst duos ever. Pretty sure they were on a team together on Envy.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
I feel
awful.
dirty. I feel like I need a wash now.
Maniac
That's
and
gross.
Vodka, or Maniac
Yeah.
and Women, also bad duo. Just saying.
Yeah, but that's not.
Moving on.
It's not the women. But the women there aren't bad.
Go back to
They've
the
done
replies,
nothing wrong.
producer Charlie. Let's move on.
I like that he's been upgraded to producer from like link clicker.
What's that one?
Yeah,
that
that's just people
translatable
backing up
one.
Apex.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that can't be good. Yeah, boring.
Right.
Yeah, France is a great counter.
Best French team has 2 players.
I wasn't having a go at
The
France.
other French team have bombed out of Chengdu, so
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
fair enough. He's like
He's just
guys
that's
risen up Apex and the.
yeah, fair play.
That's what I'll say about it. To be fair to Apex, like he is very good at meeting his fans. Like he will just go and meet them.
Yeah.
Yugi and Lucky, yeah. I mean,
Lucky fine.
I just said
Yugi,
there was a comment
Yugi
here
really
about-
unfair.
Yugi was him for a bit.
Yeah, if you go back on
no,
that,
he
look
like
at
hit,
Lane's
mentioned-
comment.
some of his no scopes actually hit for a bit. Not having it.
Like,
Look at
that's
the
a
teams he's
solid
playing.
run.
Man's not
Yeah.
hot. Envy. There's envy in here.
This was tier 2 when in 2018. This is fine. It's North. It's your team, and he fucking railed them.
Yeah, North were
Damn
also garbage. Wasn't Cajun B orphing at this point?
Probably, yeah.
He also needs to be
2018.
in the
must
duel
be.
list. Just him alone, really. But someone
I
also
also-
brought up Christu.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I
I was
think
going to
Christu
say.
was
Not-
poor.
Not an AWPer, I don't think.
No,
He
but
was.
they forgot
He's
about
really
Christu.
not good at the game.
Genuinely painful to watch that guy play. Just very good.
Yeah. Pretty sure North signed him after they got rid of AZ, and I tried, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
I mean
Dear
that was
listeners, I could not do
a
it.
husk of North. You know that
Yeah.
was a shell.
And North were already already.
a strike team.
Yeah,
Starless
Woody is a very
Starley.
good IGL, but he never gets things going with the AWP. I mean,
You know that bottom
Very
reply?
kind.
I feel like
Astralis
Starless was right
Farley-
until he went on to
What?
Astralis.
What is a
I don't know who
Solek?
Solek is, but 2 different people have said him.
I'm gonna look him
Yeah.
up.
They're
me a
both
sec.
Australian, so this is probably some sort of meme answer. That's what I've learned from Australians. They're not serious.
Manual.
Somebody said Salazar.
mate.
That guy is. Somebody said Salazar as well. Salazar is bad, but I just kind of. I don't want to be mean
Solek
to
is
him,
a
I don't know
Swiss
why.
player, played for like Alternate Attacks and a team called Berserk throughout most of his career.
This can't be the same.
Who's the
person.
German bloke on M80? He annoys me. Slacks. Slacks is bloody awful.
No, but
I don't care
Slack's
what
got a
anyone
bit of
says.
sauce about him.
Yeah, but he's fucking
I don't think he's very
rubbish.
good, but I think like, he carries himself with demeanor where I kind of back him.
I think Slacks'
And
problem
like,
is that
somebody
he's
points out,
just
oh, how
inconsistent.
are these guys talk? He's not even inconsistent. He's consistently rubbish.
Nah.
Like,
Slacks has put a few games on his back.
I'm not
Yeah.
having it. I'm still annoyed at Slacks for like bottling an RMR in NA to stop Malbs getting his stickers for the first time. Like,
Hold tight, World Edit. This is the disrespect here is crazy.
World Edit is nowhere near this. Like, I don't care what anyone says. World Edit, no, that's a player who's just inconsistent. World Edit had high peaks, but like horrendous flaw. Like at his worst, he was awful, but at his
By
best, he was really good.
disbalance.
Speed.
I disbalance at a full moon, best player in the world. Don't care what anyone says.
Ardis Balance was like, yeah, sometimes incredible.
Sometimes
If
really
the
good.
major final was on a full moon, he would be the MVP. He
I
wouldn't even be in
think
the game. Like, he's
This is
ridiculous on his day.
a deep dive that one of you two needs to write. Actually, the best to worst AWPers of the last.
The worst
century.
opera of all time. Yeah,
I
it
think
could
we
be.
get
It could be a good piece.
the community
Just
seems to be
completely
really
vibes
intrigued.
based.
If you have any thoughts on,
I
Bad
put
authors.
Speedak in there. Do you remember watching Speedak at the major?
was he
That
like,
guy-
in Dream Eaters or some shit? Was he
Dream
on that
Eaters.
team? He
That
was.
guy was appalling. I mean, it's not his fault because he was probably like an ESEA main player who fluked his way to a major, but he was like, no, he was bad.
Could have been me. Should have been me.
I've not seen a player miss as many simple shots as him, and I'm counting players like Draken in that. Like that guy was poo. He was really bad.
I still think Draken could be alright.
What now?
Yeah, I like Draken.
Absolutely nothing really. I just think he could.
Yeah. Now maybe not, but I liked it. I liked Draken. I thought he was alright.
Has he been benched from Johnny Speeds? I feel like maybe they start him off. I just always thought he's still playing for Johnny Speeds. I just thought he never really got it going, right? And then he went to kind of Valorant when he was kind of at his peak, and that was it.
Draken was like actually pretty decent on Nip. I always thought alright. I
don't know.
There
for long though. Well,
I thought everyone was like really unfair to Draken, to be honest, because he just kind of looks like a dick.
Not being funny.
And
I think his dad is the CEO of Sony Sweden, or something like that.
The CEO of being rich.
Like he's like
he's
money.
minted.
Yeah,
he is absolutely minted. I'm pretty sure the first HLTV Awards was in like an arena that Draken's dad owns or something. It's something like that.
Draken's best year, by the way.
He didn't get an invite.
Draken's best year was 2017, where he had a 1.14 rating. People act like Draken never got above a 1.05.
Yeah,
that's a good year. That's actually a good year.
People act like he was. Yeah, people act like he was junior. He was not junior. Like he was like the 8th or 9th best author in the world that year. Like he was good. He was
by the way,
he's just weird to watch. Like he was fun to watch, but he was weird.
That's playing at tier 1
for
most of the year.
That was the issue.
Yeah, look,
Nip actually was tier 1 then as well.
The funny part is,
I've always thought he was really unfairly divided.
The funny part is, though, his second worst event of that year is the one thing that Nip won that year.
He was at Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the one event Rez has ever been good at.
He had a 1.02.
I just looked like in December of 2017. In December of 2017, NIP were the 4th highest rated team in the world.
That's the glory days. Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this was not a bad team, and he was their AWPer. Like, he was treated like he was junior. He was like Brokey, maybe. Like, Brokey would be a fairer like description.
And that
was, he was.
And they were 4th in the world after failing to make it through the minor for E League. Like, they didn't even make it to the minor.
Yeah, might have been the year they lost to Vega. Yeah,
they lost in a closed qualifier.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, Cajun B was North AWPer, they were 9th in the world. Oscar at Mouse, he was probably better. Kenny S was on G2 at this point. Yeah,
Oscar was very good. Yeah.
He was. I just didn't like him, and I'm not 100% sure why, because looking back, he's absolutely the type of player I would have liked.
Yeah, slightly weird and off-putting, but really good at the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Precisely.
Pretty much. Let's move on anyway.
Yeah.
Sick of talking about bad teams and bad players. Let's talk about Aurora.
So a bad bad players.
They that was the joke, yeah. They were good. Question mark? They were good.
They won the event that they definitely had to win to be taken seriously ever again. As we said in the newsletter, right? This was their layup. This was their I'm trying to think of the analogy that's good, but I don't have one. They could not have lost this.
An open goal.
An open goal, yes, and it's extra wide, should we say? And they did what they needed to do.
I think it would have been acceptable if they had lost it to Liquid, but other than that, they couldn't lose. They couldn't lose, especially to Legacy, which is why I'm still slightly concerned about the fact that after going 2-0 up, it did end 3-2. Like, this isn't total victory.
Yeah, but also...
Well, it could have been another really good reverse sweep final, which would have been fun. The thing is, Legacy are actually still better than people give them credit to, I think. Even after the CAC win, I still think they're kind of still underrated. So, a close final against them is, it's not good for Aurora, right? I think Aurora should be doing better than that, but I think it's kind of understandable, I would say. But I don't think losing to Liquid would be justifiable.
No,
I think this Liquid is still tumultuous.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna disagree. If it's fine for them to lose to Legacy or whatever, it's absolutely
You're allowed
fine
to.
to lose to Liquid. Like Legacy, I'm sorry.
No. They still should have beaten Legacy.
I'm
they did.
doing.
I just think it being that close is okay.
Legacy are just paying too. They're not that good. They're not that good. They're just playing well at the moment.
I don't think Pain have ever Pain never won an event, and they never went to back-to-back finals. The Legacy are already better than Pain have ever been.
Okay, but let's look at these events,
Like,
of which I know Pain was there as well. But like,
I don't care. Oh, yeah, no. Well, yeah, exactly right. But Pain have never won these events either.
sure, but like, what I mean is they're just in a nice run at the moment. They're not actually that good.
Yeah, but Liquid aren't actually that good, and they're not in a good run. So, like, Liquid are like garbage.
Well,
Liquid aren't just not
by
that
Liquid
good.
standards, they're in a good run.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of the point, isn't it? Like,
That's
I
all
think.
right.
To be honest, I don't think Aurora. I think Aurora also in a pretty dodgy run. I thought it was pretty hard to pick a winner going into this. I was like looking at the teams. I'm like, oh fucking, like maybe Legacy actually do just win it again, and they nearly did. But like,
I mean,
turns out one of the sort of vaguely big boys decided to show up, and that
Do we
vaguely
think-
big boy is Jantares.
do we
He's
think
won
if
the final
Astralis
zone.
didn't have Rugger playing, they would have done better? Because they've been pretty good at Chengdu, right?
If
Which we
it's-
can get to, but
If Astralis didn't have Rugger playing, Aurora
I've had
would
to
have been
watch that
knocked
a bit.
out in Swiss.
yeah.
Charlie, go on
Which
the
does make it
results
interesting.
and go on the Aurora Australis game. Because this is actually a game we should talk about.
Losing a map to a coach is poor.
Like,
And this was because Device was like shitting himself, right?
yeah,
Just for
food
you know,
poisoning.
important visual context. He was
So look
pooping. His
how
pants.
bad Rugger did, and for people who aren't watching, Rugger went 19 and 48 across a free map best of three, where all the maps were relatively long. I think the next,
Will be
Yeah,
there.
yeah, they were.
the next lowest fragging player in the server was obviously Major, but the next lowest fragging player on his team was Huxley and Stare, who both had 48. If that's Device, Aurora don't even make it to playoffs. They just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking back at playoffs then, who did Aurora beat there? Gamer Legion was one of them. I can't remember
They
the quarterfinal
beat
team.
B8, Gamer Legion, and then Legacy. B8 was the quarterfinal team.
Yeah, and you
So
think Astralis
really-
would have walked through those teams.
So really, Astralis should have won this event. What a horrible fucking timeline that is.
I'm sorry. That is a big, big assumption.
I think there's a lot of events
And
Astralis.
that
should have
Astralis
won, though.
should have. I don't think Astralis are better than Legacy.
Would also like to point out, by the way, just click on that
like
Aurora
too.
Gamer
I
Legion
fuck with
game.
that.
Yeah.
This was a spanking.
Sorry, when you're getting 31-10
That
by
team is definitely
Major,
getting sold, right?
you are rubbish.
like
Fucking hell.
Major
They went-
just shat down your throat.
How do
Are
you
you
die
fucking me?
5-10 times in a series? What were the match
because
scores?
13-1,
13-1,
13-1.
13-1.
They got
That's
absolutely
like
battered.
disgustingly. How is that a semi-final?
Gamer Legion
How did
were
Gamer
rubbish.
Legion make it? How did they get off the plane?
So I can show. Scroll back down, Charlie. I can show you this. Notice the guy at
What
the
the fuck is
bottom.
going on in Counter Strike right now?
Notice the guy at the bottom of the Gamer Legion scoreboard. It turns out Jacob
Not
isn't
had
the
luck
only
with all
fraud
today.
to come from Apogee. Hypex is also fucking rubbish.
Fraud is kind of like. Did anyone rate Hypex? Is he even a fraud? Isn't he just kind of bad? It's not really his fault.
And I'm pretty sure, important fact, he does live in the UK, so we kind of have to endorse him. I'm afraid.
I don't have to.
I'm
I don't
joking.
endorse. Smoothie. He's
he's a
from
man
the
too.
UK.
I'm not
Yeah, but
going to
I mean,
make.
there's reasons for that.
I'm not going to make this political, but unless
he's
I see
normal.
the British flag next to their name, I don't endorse them.
Yeah,
There's the
I
colour,
think it's quite telling. As soon as Volt got rid of the UK flag,
he became shit.
where is he?
Yeah.
Isn't he on?
500.
Exactly. Where is he? Nobody knows. Let's not even
500.
look at.
I'm
He doesn't
telling you,
deserve to be looked
500.
up.
He's on
Doesn't
that
deserve
horrible
to be looked
500
up.
team. Yeah, there we go.
Doesn't
Yeah.
deserve to be looked
The one
up.
that don't have. We spoke about this team the other week. I'm not doing this again.
We did.
Yeah, we're not
Laugh.
doing this again.
Laugh at this team.
Basically, Legacy
Saw
won
made
in
the
Bucharest.
semi-finals of this event.
Oh
Yeah,
no, that's a
Saw
good.
made
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
semi-finals over Liquid.
Yeah, they beat Liquid. Go on that game, Charlie. The Saw Liquid
Also,
final.
Pain lost to Legacy, just so we, because you were talking about how they're Pain. They beat Pain.
Yeah, but Pain in
They
the sense of
overcame
how
Pain.
you talk about Pain.
Yeah. But Legacy didn't let us down in Asia. They won. They actually won an event. Pain won't do that.
This is another
I just think
fucking
having a player called
shit
Aragorn
show of
is
best of
awesome.
3, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it is.
this is-
But like, go back up to the
This
map.
is the issue. This is a tier 2 event. This is not a tier 1 event at all.
No.
This
Yeah.
is not S tier.
And Liquid got
And
pissed
the
off.
prize pool is making it that way, right? And I
Yeah.
understand VRS and stuff, but it's not a good event. This is a CCT with an audience. I think.
Yeah.
Did it even have an
And-
audience? Wasn't it like cut short? I
No,
don't
it's
know.
Bucharest's their studio, isn't it? But just to
I saw at the major.
no, no,
Probably.
no, I don't think so. But just to
No,
read this out for the
interesting.
people who aren't watching and only listening. Liquid opened this series with a 13-4 win on Ancient, which realistically is probably what you should be expecting out of Liquid Saw. But then Saw won Train 13-2 and Inferno 13-1. Like, what the fuck? Even if Liquid
like-
are bad, that's
What is
like
happening?
that can't be allowed. That's
That's
terrible.
like that's mental boom, isn't it? Like that is mental boom. That's like they've just like their heads just blown up after like Train. Like they've got so
Ultimate went 1 and 13.
like
on
tilted
Inferno.
during Train.
Bear in mind that Saw's Orpa story went 18 and 6. They've got 2 players
Yeah, I mean, it's
above
kind
a 2.0 rating. Muturis went 13 and 1, man. Muturis hasn't been good
what
since
is happening?
Snapchat got banned.
We
Like,
just had to be good
Wait,
since
Snapchat's banned?
CSGO came out, bro. That guy's a pensioner.
was that a serious question?
What is happening?
I do remember Snapchat getting banned. Don't worry. No. This is like such a clear Elige has ruined the game.
Humpty Dumpty terrorism ball.
Wait, Charlie,
This
go on
is
the,
such
go
a
on the
clear
detailed...
Elige's not com during Inferno.
Charlie, go
game.
on the detailed stats for Trade.
This is so clear.
No, he's asked for a drop and just thrown it out the map. That's what he's done. He's
Yeah,
full
click on
refund.
Train. Scroll down. Okay, which round did Elige stop talking? No, scroll back up, Charlie. Scroll back up. Onto the round
No,
bit.
let's see.
Which
Lose
round did he
pistol,
stop
fine.
talking?
Lose conversion, fine.
I think it's probably round 4.
I was gonna say.
Or no, it'll be no, it won't. Be
I'm
that.
going to go
It's not
round
that.
6.
Round 9, I think.
I think round 6.
Round 9.
Without the plan, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
round 6 he's made his first comment. Round 9 he's just decided
He's
comments
probably got-
not worth it anymore.
He's probably got entered on it in round 6.
Round 6
and he's playing someone else. And then,
Round 6, he Steam messaged NAV and said like, "Can we get rid of Ultimate? Can we get rid of him? This isn't working." Like, he would have been so tilted.
he speaks Polish, right?
I don't know. He speaks Portuguese.
I can just imagine that.
So he must have been typing to Saw. In Steam messaging Saw, he's telling Story where Ultimate is
Ultimate
and
is.
saying go off him in fluent Portuguese.
I just think he's just saying like insane Polish slurs in voice chat, but like in his accent. Like the grammar is perfect, but the accent's not.
Do you think he ever spoke during this map?
I don't think he's the only one. I don't think Nerds would have spoke much either.
I don't think anyone plugged their
I'd be
keyboard.
so angry. Nobody was talking to Ultimate in this map.
I'd also like to
They were
point
all
out,
Steam messaging Story where he was.
I'd also like to point out at this point for anyone listening that's doubting us, all 3 of us have been in a room watching Elige play a full best of 3 and not open his mouth once. But we've all seen.
I'd like to say
this.
he's also not. He's not the He's not the only one. I'd like to say that.
No, he's not the only player that does it, but he's
Liquid
egregious.
Liquid have had these problems for years.
Elise has
Liquid have had
also famously said, though, when he was on FaZe, that he wants to like reduce the amount of communication or something. Clearly, he took it too far on Liquid, but
Mate,
No, I mean, like,
right.
I don't think he's the only one on this team.
I genuinely
think
stood there.
we spoke last week. You go on.
Okay. I genuinely stood there once for a full map of a Liquid game in Paris, and not one person said a word all game. There wasn't even calls going on. Like, actually, no call-outs, let's do X round at the start of a round. They just went and pugged. And did, like, no pugged. Until they got battered.
That's a vibe, though, isn't it?
But
it wasn't at the time. They were going
kind of
0-2
vibe.
down in the Challengers stage, mate.
That's also a vibe for me.
But we tried to discuss, right, we tried to guess where Liquid are ranked, right? And we said, like, oh, they're the 12th best team, and it turns out they actually are. Getting 3 rounds in the second, the last two maps of
1
BO3
plus 2, Jack.
is not, I forgot they're on the screen, is not 12th best team behavior. Like you have to, like, at least be
Not
a
against
threat.
Saw, man.
But that even so,
I don't think you can lose 13-1, 13-2 against anyone and be the 12th best team in the world.
well, quite. But particularly a team who aren't good.
I don't
Even if
know.
you get donked that hard,
If they did
you're
that,
bad.
if they lost like that to Spirit, or like first half of the year vitality, or like tournament winning Spirit, I'd just be like, yeah, fair. I wouldn't care.
Yeah, because that caveat's fine because of the players they have and how good they are, and the RGLs those teams have. Sora's not one of those teams, man. They're not those guys.
No.
They're not even close. They had
No,
a Cologne. They had a Cologne where they were like really good, and then the two good players from that team fucked off, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah. It's
Again.
it's actually kind of sad to see Saw be bad because they were so fun to watch. They were so cool, and now it's just like Agile, Aragorn, and crazy. Like, yeah, no, I don't care. I'm sorry, I really don't care anymore.
Could I interrupt with some breaking news?
Yeah.
As it happens, CS have announced that the major finals will now be best of fives,
Thank fuck
beginning
for that.
with Budapest.
I mean, you have to with MR12.
Can we kill best of ones?
Yeah, I mean, there's still the issue of a best of ones, but
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is a very good start.
What if the major final was best of 1 and the opening round was best of 5?
What if
Well,
you
Liquid might have a chance
worked
of
in
winning it, though.
Tesco for
Finals
6
best of 1.
months?
What if?
And so many problems might be
What
solved.
I worked in the co-op for a bit. It was I wanted to end it all. Yeah, no, I mean this is obviously a good change, right? Like in MR12, I think you have to have best of 5 because the games only last about 25 minutes.
I
anyway, and
also just think
you
it's
only
not
play
even.
about eight rounds. So.
I don't even think it's to do with the MR12 thing. I just think when every other tournament is a fucking best of 5, which I know part of that is due to MR12, but when every other tournament is a best of 5, by not having the major be a best of 5, you just make the major worse. But it's the same with BO1s existing. Like, for as long as BO1s exist in the major, it will never be as good as, like, a stacked PGL, because they do all best of 3 Swiss with an 8-team playoff. Like, it is just the unfortunate truth of it. So, it's a start, but it's not the finished product, is it?
What if the semi-finals were also best of 5s?
I don't like that. So
Thoughts?
I work events, so no thank you.
So the other game, the bad one
Maybe
with
all
the
playoffs
colours and the abilities and shit, they do...
The Lego one.
Yeah. I can't remember if it's best of 5 for upper bracket final, but certainly the lower bracket final is best of 5. Because they do fucking...
Which is equivalent
double
to the
elim,
semi-final.
What is
double
the
elim
advantage there?
playoff
Do you
bullshit.
start with a map, or
No, they do the team that went through upper bracket bans the 2 maps, I think.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that.
I think they
Oh,
just
so
decide
they control the whole veto.
which maps go, and then from there they pick their maps and sides and whatnot. I don't like the lower bracket final being best of 5. I always find that like a tough game to watch.
Seems grueling as
Bit
well.
of a drag. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also think if you're going to do a best
If you play the upper bracket final, lose, play the lower bracket final, win, and then the final, you've played 3 BO5s.
yeah, and I also think like if you're going to do best of 5 semi-finals, then you should do best of 7 final. I don't think any game should be the same length
I'm
as the
all
final.
for it.
No, I'm down in that case, but I think the final should always be like the
it
longest.
should be.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. I just think
But then
the
it
final,
just becomes unreasonable. Like I know it's not a too serious answer, right? But I honestly like.
no, I'm being 100% serious. If you have best of 5 semi-finals, then you have to have a best of 7 final. 100%
That's
serious.
ridiculous. Like your final becomes a 12-hour day without a third place decider as well, which you have to have now. So it's just
Oh yeah, you have to have
illogical.
Can't you just like flip a coin for the third place decider and have a best of 7 final?
Just do round difference.
I swear you don't
That's-
have
I
to
would
have
just
the
do
third
random
place
themselves as
decider. Do you have to have one? Is that a
Well,
Valve
I think
rule?
I don't think you have to, right? But I think like it's not a Valve rule, but I think team TOs are being more preferred by teams if they do, right? Because you can get
For
gain more
VRS,
points,
right?
right? Yeah, exactly. It's all just.
I'm not sure
leading
that's
to the system.
true. That teams have been. Have ESL done a single third place decider yet?
No, they started Chengdu.
Oh,
The
they
ESL
started
is
Chengdu,
ESL, right?
okay.
They're the best. So yes.
No, this is no. But my point was, I think at the moment TOs are just being preferred by if they're Blast and ESL, and that's the only preference. Because Blast have had very little going for them in terms of like convincing teams, really. Like their prize pools have been the smallest this year, comfortably.
I don't even look. I'm too rich to care about other people's money.
Oh, the Blast prize pools this year have not been big compared to like what was Bucharest, like probably $1 million. Blast Rivals is maybe
Was it
Was
not
it
1.25?
even better. Blast Rivals is 350k. Like the prize pools have not been
but
there
also,
at Blast
like,
this year.
In the age of player salaries and VRS and the major and stuff, right? Like, does anyone even really? Players don't necessarily like prize money is a bonus, right? It's not exactly like
it
someone you
doesn't really
like.
matter.
The placement and the trophy is kind of what these people care about. So I get what you're saying. I think the major should also be 10 million. Make it actually ridiculously.
I think it should
Who's
be.
going to pay for that?
I think it should be at least.
Well,
5.
Valve should. Look
Who's
how much
going to
money
pay
they make.
for that? The company that maybe makes like what? What is it now? 120 million a month
Billions.
from
Billions.
Cambridge.
Why- But why would they put up 10 million for it?
They put up 35 a year for fucking Dota. So
Yeah, but that's funded by fans.
Then make
do that for
the
CS. Then.
CS community pay.
Make
for
some content that we'll pay for.
Hmm.
We already
It's-
fucking do.
It
That's
isn't hard
that's
to
another
make.
topic. But I think
But yeah, but the sticker money goes to the players instead. Like you'd have to take it from the
So
players, no?
okay, so make a
Valve
team.
obviously get a share, don't they?
Make a team Glock.
But that's
Support a
Valve
bundle,
shit.
whatever. There's so many ways you can.
That's what Valorant
Yeah,
do.
And the fact is,
people
you don't even
people
actually.
already buy the stickers though. I feel like I don't
Just
know.
make a-
Maybe
make a
I'm, maybe
team-
I'm
Okay, so
Make a team
but when you buy the viewer pass, the viewer pass
Yeah.
25% goes. I don't
Yeah,
think
I wouldn't
what
mind
is
that.
it £7-8 per user, whatever it costs to buy viewer pass. Is that integral to Valve's fucking bottom line? Is it or their top line?
It doesn't
You
matter
can
whether
take
it's
off that
integral. Like, businesses exist to make money. It doesn't matter whether it's integral. They're
No,
not
but
going
of
to give away
course,
more
but
money than they need to.
The major is not the biggest event of the year. It still isn't. That's something that makes it.
is.
I think it
I
should
think
be,
it is
and
the biggest event of the year.
but look at Donk, right? He
Bonus.
cared more about Cologne than he cared
Yeah.
about the major,
Cologne's the biggest event.
and that's not even me trying to be a biased fucking Saudi shill ESL employee, whatever. Cologne is just the status of that is bigger. I also think on the topic, all majors.
I just think
have
that's
the same
because the
trophy.
major was in China, though. I think a major in the West is more important than Cologne, personally.
No,
How
I
far
think
west do
that's
you go?
like, I think that's Counter-Strike romanticism. Cologne is the biggest tournament of the
don't.
year, half because of format.
I don't at all.
I don't think that,
I think most of the most memorable tournaments in Counter-Strike history are majors.
Yeah, but I think that's because majors attract more viewership, right? Like from casual fans. Whereas
Fine, but you said they
us
weren't
lot,
the biggest event of the year.
I
They
think
are.
like
but I don't
I don't
think,
think I don't think a Star Ladder major was it Berlin that was Star Ladder. I don't
Yeah.
think that's as impressive as a Cologne or a Katowice. I just
yeah,
don't.
and
Or
I
even a
also
fucking
don't
basketball finals,
think,
obviously.
I also don't think,
And I think prize pool is a way you can fix that.
I don't think for Donk at least, winning a major in Shanghai changes anything to if he wins it in any other city in the world. I think his reaction is the telling thing.
I think it would.
You might say it from your perspective.
I think it would.
Oh, okay, maybe if he'd won it in
No, but
fucking
if he'd
Moscow.
won the Stockholm major, the Rio major were bigger than Cologne in those years. They were.
I think Rio might have been.
Rio was definitely bigger.
What, Rio
But then
where
BP
the
won it.
fans didn't
It
want
might
to
have been
go
a
into...
disappointment in the end.
Rio where
Yeah,
the
no,
fans didn't
it was
want
a
to go into
disappointment
the
in the
arena.
end.
That one.
It was a disappointment in
That's
the end.
just what happens
But
when
that
you
doesn't
host
mean
an
it
event in
wasn't.
Brazil.
It wasn't.
And
mean
also-
it wasn't the biggest event. Of
also,
the year. It was
Stockholm-
clearly the most hyped event of the year by a mile.
Stockholm is nonsense, by the way. Stockholm should never be counted. Like Paris should never be counted. Neither of
Fine.
those majors should ever be counted.
Copenhagen.
I
Also
think
shouldn't be counted because
in
first
recent
CS2
memory,
major.
honestly,
Last go major, first two major,
Oh yeah,
and first one
if you
after
just
COVID.
discount all the Western majors, all the majors don't count. Yeah,
no,
fine,
but
great.
listen.
Move
Because
on.
so many people
count
about the
those
major
because they have
cry.
extra bullshit. Sorry,
People
Jack.
cry about Mickey Mouse majors or the wrong teams won it or the formats was the issue and stuff, whatever, right? Like, people just moan about the major all the time. They do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, again, you fix this and you make it undeniable by making it fuck you money, right? I think
But
that's
then
just
it becomes the
step up.
only thing that matters, which is what happened.
No,
to
because
Dota.
it doesn't. No, well, yeah, but that's because it was ridiculous.
But yeah,
But now you have a
one might say
VRS.
"fuck you" money.
But now you have a VRS circuit that actually aligns with the major. The events do matter, right? Even Philadelphia matters because of that.
Yeah, which is obviously wrong.
Our circuit and the
I
way
just
it
think,
works does insulate
someone
the
who's
other
been
TOs.
Yeah, I've been to many majors. I've been to many ESL events, right? I've not been to a Blast event. I don't think. No, I haven't. I would say
I've done all three.
atmosphere and atmosphere and vibes. Like majors, I've not worked at, so I've been a bit more chilled out, and I've been more as a spectator, right? But I still feel like as a fan, like the major has way less going on. The ones I've been to, anyway.
Oh, I completely disagree. Every single major I've been to, I've enjoyed much more than Cologne.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Antwerp major was amazing. Antwerp major was my
awesome,
favourite
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I mean, but
Copenhagen I
that was
loved.
just a holiday.
Paris I loved. Stockholm I loved.
Yeah,
I've loved all the majors
Like,
I've gone to.
I'm not saying they're bad events. Like,
More than Cologne.
Copenhagen, was fun. We ate some good food. We got drinks every night. The games were pretty crap. But Copenhagen for me, there's all the other shit that I can't be asked to talk about again, as to why that one's a bit it's just fucking annoying. Paris was wicked. Paris was so good.
Paris was amazing. Yeah,
just
Paris
for the
was so
fact that we worked for Blast during that made that better.
I enjoyed the tournament.
But
I enjoyed the
I also think that when-
atmosphere. I think that was the best atmosphere of any event I've been to. Paris.
Paris,
but then
or
not to be the guy who goes
Cologne
results and
22.
stuff. 2022 was good, but again, like the Paris results, right? The teams that were in the finals and the playoffs were not. I don't want to be this fucking bracket format guy, but they were not the best teams in the world, right? They were not the best. They were not the teams you would have picked to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, two
Okay.
of them were.
I don't hate that.
Sorry,
I don't hate that.
Okay. But the argument for Donk was, Donk cared more about. Do you think Zaiwu cared more about winning a major or winning Cologne? Do you think Alexi B cared more about winning a major or winning Cologne?
Because he can't win a Cologne.
Do you think Nico would care more about winning Cologne or winning a major?
Nico has won Cologne.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sure. But I still just think
Which
like...
do you think Simple preferred? Everyone wants to win a major. It's more important.
No,
than
of
Cologne.
course they want to win it, but I just think like
It's bigger than Cologne.
in the calendar, you look at the events, there's nothing sets it apart other than an in-game trophy and stickers. Like I think major season is fun, all the hype around it. When you had the RMRs and the minors and stuff, you had like a 2.5 month stretch of good CS.
Yeah, that helped as well. The
I love all
RMLs
that stuff,
helped.
and like I'm excited for the major. The issue is, I don't know if the last few majors have delivered as a spectator.
This is the point, right?
Oh,
Nothing stands out about the major anymore, right? The major has best of ones, which we all know are shit, right? It goes on for fucking ages. Like, it's actually a fucking slog to get through, and I know that because Blast hosted the last one, so I had to watch every fucking game. Like, I'm not being funny. Do you think I'm watching many of the games in stage 1 this time now? I don't have to. Of course I'm fucking not.
They killed it by removing the RMR. Like they killed.
No, it's not even the fucking RMR, Elliot. It's not that. It's
But
like...
it is.
No, but
But it is.
Okay.
Because a lot of the fun of the major was that there were teams that would make miracle runs, and
No,
that
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
happen.
You have to separate the major and the RMR, and there's still teams in stage 1 that can go on a miracle run in theory. Like
Yeah, but
that. To say that that's
there's no
gone
into the
entirely,
breach, is there?
Okay, sure, but like it can still exist. Lin Vision in the last major, even Legacy in the last major, right? Like these things can happen. They're not completely gone. The issue is the major is now too long, has too many shit best of ones, too many crappy teams, which again, problem with RMR system. Either way, like crappy teams for how long it is before you get to the good teams. A best of 5 final was needed. That's good, great. But I agree with Jack. The prize pool is not big enough for how long it is. It takes so long, and you get to the same prize pool as PGL Bucharest, where the highest ranked team was Aurora. The major is not as big as it should be. Yes, the stickers are great. Yes, the fucking in-game trophies are great. But the major isn't as big as it should be.
Maybe not. I still think it's bigger than Cologne.
I'm going to have one final comment on this, though. Obviously, the first 3 Colognes were majors, right? Has that prestige carried them through? Because I just think even the Colognes that haven't been majors have been better events than the majors of those years.
Done a lot of majors. I think on that, what really helps Cologne is that it doesn't move from Cologne. And I think the real test of that will obviously come in January, February with Krakow. Now it's not in Kato.
Yeah.
But it's one thing that I think every TO should do is they pick one of their events every year. It doesn't move. It doesn't ever move. Blast kind of had it. Blast kind of had it with the Royal Arena.
Blast should be Lisbon. Lisbon's their coolest event.
But like Blast kind of had it with that, but they lost that because of how the Royal Arena jumped up prices, and probably also just because of how the Blast circuit was. But with how the Blast circuit is now, if they kill the Open name, because Open just sounds a bit shit.
It sounds bad.
It's not tennis.
Yeah, it just sounds like ESEA.
And I say that wearing a Blast Open hoodie, by the way. But
Shill.
yeah, you get rid of that, and then you just Blast Open, like the autumn one each year or whatever, always takes place in Lisbon within 5 to 6 years. Especially if you can maybe make it so it's a major one of the years. That tournament now means something. Having a major definitely helps, but I think if you can have a good prize pool and a set location, it's also good. So yeah.
Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah.
Definitely do agree. We are going to take a short break because we're 45 minutes in and we were not expecting that breaking news. Kind of messed with our flow a bit. We'll take a little break for an ad and we'll come right back.
So, Jack, do you find it hard to keep up with all the news in Counter-Strike?
I do. I took a weekend off and I came back to 6 new RGLs, 3 retirements, and apparently Navi's Waterboy got picked up by a top 20 team.
Right? That's why I've been relying on the TLDR newsletter. It's a bi-weekly email that keeps you up to speed on everything in the CS scene, without needing to scroll Reddit for 3 hours while questioning your life choices.
Yeah, it's like if HLTV had a baby with your funniest friend who actually watches every game. You get quick hits of news, spicy roster moves, upcoming match schedules, and even some insider gossip. All killer, no filler.
And let's be honest, some of these tournament formats, you need a guide just to figure out who's playing who. TLDR breaks it all down, so you actually know what the hell's going on.
Plus, it's funny. Like, actually funny. It's like reading a group chat between smart CS fans who roast everything in sight, but still care deeply about the game.
So if your brain's full, but your heart still beats for Counter-Strike, do yourself a favour. Sign up for the TLDR newsletter. It's free, fast, and guaranteed to make you smarter. Or at least sound smarter in Twitch chat.
Check out the link down below and subscribe, because the only thing more tragic than missing a major upset is not even knowing it happened.
TLDR. You don't have time to read everything, but you still want to sound like you did.
Taken of the week. We're back in the room.
Elliot, run it.
Yeah, we actually got a double header for you. Seasoned listeners of this podcast will know about Taken. If you're new to this podcast, Taken is a guy in the TLDR Discord who, through some sort of psychosis, is able to speak to the voices, and the voices have dictated through him that a discussion should start, and that discussion is minus Mezzi misspelt plus Heavy God. Because Vitality are desperate for a roster move, which we'll get to in a bit. Minus
Another
Mezzi plus Heavy
Israel.
God. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's an IDF ploy. It's Mossad.
I'm out.
Mossad of the week.
Taken as a Mossad agent, and that's it.
I'm out. I'm out.
Okay, let's go to the other take then. The other taken of the week, which was a story we're about to get to, which is 100 Thieves. If they want to join back in, they should sign Rain,
Check.
Imma, Crimbo,
Fire.
and let Imma IGL. I'm going to start by saying
Oh, you missed off.
you've still got 2 spaces. You could... If Imma doesn't want to IGL. Yeah, well, I was going to say, you've signed 3 players there, none of which are IGL. Just sign an IGL. Like, you've got so much
Rain
space.
will definitely IGL on the team.
You don't need to pick one of the non-IGL to IGL if you've still got spaces. You can just pick an IGL, which he then does and says he wants Crizzen. Another problem
Still
with this
take
is...
45.
Another problem with this is, why would Imma leave Navi? Like, am I being mad? Like,
Well, we'll
do
talk
they kinda
about
like
that in a
Imma?
minute.
Isn't he kind of fine?
We'll get to
Isn't he
that.
kind of fine? I don't
Yeah,
know.
just Navi aren't very good.
Yeah, but
This
do you think
team ain't
100
gonna be
Thieves are
better.
much better.
No, but main caveat with Taken's psychosis here is that nature of VRS and stuff. 100 Thieves will need to sign a core. They'll need to sign 3 players who have points. And these players all have points individually, but not as a core. So
Well, this was
I
the thing
appreciate
that
the
was
ramble, but it just doesn't actually make
It's
any
the thing that was mental, though, isn't it? Because, like, in the tweet that Taken has sent, it's Overdrive's tweet saying 100 Thieves is returning to CS. Rain has signed a contract on condition that a strong core is purchased. Core-free Gamer Legion players are in priority. So it even says it there for Taken, and Taken's just decided to make his own core of players he deems to be strong.
I think after 5 words,
Rain...
he can't get there anymore.
And also,
it
it says
doesn't
Rain has signed on the condition that they sign a strong core. So if they don't sign a strong core, he won't have Rain, Imma, and Crimbo because Rain won't be there.
So
I've got an
wanted
idea for
to...
this 100 Thieves team, though.
Okay.
So have I. Go away. Go do something else.
So I'd have Rain, okay. I'd get this guy called Twists. I'd get this other guy called Frozen.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
And then I'd get an IGL and an AWPer.
What about Imma, IGLing, and Crimbo on the Orc?
It'd be better than FaZe. That's for sure.
So I was going to say, right, presuming the Gamer Legion core they would get is PR, Towson, and Rez, and Rain IGLing, what's their best case scenario as an AWPer? So I've got an idea, but I'm interested to hear what yours are.
Their best case scenario is dependent on how much they're willing to spend.
As a rule, yes, it usually is.
Well, yeah, but I think, like... Because I'm thinking the level that they're going to sign is nowhere near what their best could be, because I don't think they're going to go and spend on somebody like... I don't know. I don't even know, actually, who they can... Like, I'm looking through and I'm like, who would be
I feel like
willing to join this
So
team?
I
100
think
Thieves simple.
that
Would
would
be a really
be
swaggy
funny.
move.
But I think their best case scenario is signing whoever isn't AWPing for G2 in January. And by that, I mean G2 in January will either have Klim as their AWPer or Sunpius as their AWPer. 100 Thieves should just sign whichever one isn't on G2.
Right.
Klim's on
It's-
MLBR right now, on loan, correct?
Yeah. It's their best hope.
I don't think I realised he was on loan. My first thought was that not going to get anyone that good, and I was like, Hulzerk or Regali. It seems more in line with the rest of the team. I like Hulzerk. I'm a big Hulzerk. I'm a Hulzerk guy. What can I say? I'm a Hulzerk guy. I think he's good. Regali, not so good, but like he's also on a terrible team. It's kind of hard to judge him too hard. Outside of that, I think you have to go like pick somebody from tier. Like,
I imagine
2 or
he has
3,
a ridiculous
try and get
buyout.
lucky.
But Jambo?
His buyout, yeah, they're not going to get him surely.
There's no way.
Jambo's
Oh,
just like
Actually, with the stick.
he's just infested Fnatic with Passion UA players. Like he's not going to go now.
Did
He's
you
just
see,
like all of his mates.
Did you see that clip from HLTV
What if you get
confirmed?
Cypher on this 100 Thieves team? What clip
No.
is this?
Cypher does have a fetish for terrible orgs.
The
Like,
clip
for just
where
dog shit dead teams.
the clip where Maui Snake was talking about how, I think it was Maui anyway, was talking about how Cypher just has this like massive cult following because of ITB, and that Fnatic, instead of running with that, decided to pick up a Passion UA core that was never actually that good in the first place. It was very nicely worded. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go there like, oh, he's not actually that good, he's just got a cult following. But actually, yeah, they should have just... Fnatic are an English org. They're based in England. Like, run with the cult following you have of an English player. Just really play up to that. But instead you go for the Ukrainian thing that, like, nobody really cares about because you're not going to be the best team in Ukraine.
Yeah, and it also, you know,
It's
like branding is important, right? Like Complexity did it with Halzuk. They turned Halzuk into this fucking hillbilly, right? Like that was the joke,
Yeah.
the honorary fucking yank.
Yeah.
There's, you know, whether competition is one thing, but also like having an audience and having a market is important. For sponsors, for revenue streams outside of prize pools. If you're not winning everything, you need to also, you know, be a good brand. And I just think that they're neither of them right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think Hulzerk would be a fun wrinkle on this team. I think 100 Thieves are going to struggle to find an AWPer better than him that is willing to join them. And I'm not even sure he's willing to join them.
I like the whole.
I would. Has anyone got anything more to say? Because I've just seen something that alarmed me greatly. And
Oh God.
No, sound the alarm. What is it?
It's going to be a complete like topic change. I've just seen. We were talking about terrible duos earlier. I've just seen an absolutely horrendous team. Are you ready for the lowest firepower team of all time?
Is this a new team?
Yes.
Have you seen? I've never heard of them. They're called Kono.
Are they finished?
Kono. They are not. They are. This is going to blow your mind. They have got like 3 of the worst players you've ever seen. Look at how low the
Fucking hell.
firepower is on this team. This has alarmed me greatly when I was looking for AWPers, and I was just scrolling through teams while you were, blabbering on.
Juve as a coach as well.
For
Juve
audio
is a
listeners,
fucking himbo.
for audio only listeners, this team is bird from sky as the IGL, which is already like low firepower. You've got to get some. You've got to get some games around him.
Like the previous Epiclan, I'm pretty sure.
Didn't
this is the caliber, and yeah.
Borup, Chaos, who major finalist, but he was not very good. Captain Kirker, who I like, but he's like a solid fourth man on a tier 2 team, and Bermilov, who is
And Captain Kirker was an IGL. Bermilov's okay. I think he's kind of.
I'm not sure Kirker was.
No,
the IGL.
Bermilov
he
is
did
rubbish,
on
man.
the
I think
right?
I think Nipple was. I think Nipple was the IGL.
No, he is now. I'm sure Captain Kirker was previously the IGL.
Nipple isn't now.
I thought it was Nipple the whole time.
Someone
but I could
just
be wrong.
took over from Nipple.
Yeah, I think Nipple was, and now he isn't.
Whatever. Bermilov was
regardless.
meant
Yeah,
to be good, and
but he's not.
A bit
Chaos isn't very good. Vermilov's doing all right at the moment.
friend of the
I will say
podcast,
that.
Chaos, in a way.
Oh yeah, love the guy, good guy, but
We had a nice time in
he's
Paris.
not He's not firepower. He's not fire. Like he does the hard yards, but they've got like 4 guys who do the hard yards. They need somebody to do the easy yards, and they don't have that. Bermilov's kind of fragging on this team, but he's going to have to.
Yeah.
He's going to have to go berserk on this team. This was just a complete topic change. We're already like running late. I just saw it and it alarmed me.
So yeah, I mean, from the take, Rain has tentatively signed for 100 Thieves. I guess that's the key bit, right?
Yes.
On the condition of
Let's get
signing
back
a
on
core,
track.
Which I think is, I'm not sure how that works with contract legalities, but like guess
Yeah, you can write
a
it in the
pre-contract, right, where he's gone, yes, sure, but you need to have a good core.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun. I've always liked 100 Thieves as a brand. I think they're a cool brand. I don't really care for their esports teams. I don't think they've ever had. Well, they never had a good CS team really. It's exciting. I'd like to have them involved in CS.
It's exciting until you read it's going to be Rain plus 3 Gamer Legion players.
Well,
And Rain is
I think
IGL.
And Holzerk.
which
Rain's
I'm
still-
concerned about.
Rain's still fine. I think Rez is good. And PR's good. I think Towson's like my question mark. Maybe you get ZTR and fucking go crazy. Instead of Towson, but probably not. I don't know. I think it could be fun. It depends what roster they end up with, right? And I think the Orpa is a big question mark. Because Lord
That's
knows
not gonna help.
they're not bringing Hypex as well, is it?
You would suspect they're going to bring back Kersey.
What if he's in the call because of match plays? That would be awful.
He will not be signing for 100 Thieves. Yeah, I don't even know who the Orpa could
hope
possibly be. I don't know who this Orpa could possibly be that would make this team exciting to me. It would have to be like
For me, it would have to be Klim, unless
I
he's
don't
on
know.
Forest.
GG.
It would have to.
Forrest
It would
is
have
awful
to
in
be.
this team.
It would have to be for me Brokey, and he's allowed to do whatever he wants. It would have to. That was the only way I would watch this
That's
team.
the best Brokey ever.
Exactly. That's the only way I'd watch this team. They just give Brokey free reign to do whatever he wants, and that includes sitting on top of Hut on Nuke with an AWP trying to no-scope people coming out of door, which I have seen him do. And ever
he hits
since
it
then,
sometimes.
I've stand
That's
him.
awesome.
Yeah, I've stand him ever since.
Get Oscar. Get Oscar. That's my pick. 100
Get
Thieves
him
Oscar.
in. He's like 40. Get him in.
Yeah, so is Rain. This is great.
Yeah, I think this team won't be any better than Gamer Legion. That's kind of my... unless the Orpa is insane, it's just going to be Gamer Legion with a slightly improved role player. And I know that's a bit harsh on Rain, but that's kind of what he is now.
He's a
And then-
laugher.
And then it's like, oh, and they've signed an actual Orpa. So hopefully, if they don't sign an actual Orpa like Gamer Legion insisted on doing, whatever.
I mean,
I tell you what's
Twice,
more fun
actually.
is what's more fun is Gamer Legion probably going to have to sign another 5 players because they tend to find players out of absolutely nowhere and turn them into decent players. That's more exciting to me than 100 Thieves.
Game Legion have been doing that until this year.
Yeah,
Like, I trust Ash's scouting. He's let me down on the last two uppers they've signed. But prior to that, like he's made some pretty good. I mean, Slender wasn't even that good really, but maybe he's not good at signing uppers. But otherwise, he's made some pretty good teams out of rubble. So
yeah, that's more exciting than 100 Thieves. Should we move on to Chengdu, because it's we're an hour in and we haven't even talked about where you are, Jack.
Yes, I am remotely in Chengdu.
What are you Chengduing?
Event coverage, and I'm very sleepy because I'm on an inverted sleep pattern.
I'm also very sleepy. Should we have a nap?
The podcast overtime on nap time on Inferno. There we are. It's been a bit of a.
It's been all right.
Good, bad, and ugly kind of group stage so far.
Yeah, it's on at a good time for me, so I've caught more than I have done in previous events. But I watched a lot of the Mouse versus Vitality game. That was enjoyable. That was a good game of Counter-Strike between two good teams. That's all I'm asking for. I didn't get Bucharest. That's all I'm asking for.
I haven't been, not just me, but I think the B Stream commentary team are some of the Aussie boys.
Is Sam muted? I haven't heard him say anything in days.
I'm back. I'm back now.
It's stressing me out. I feel like
what
he was
are your
building
opinions,
up to
Sam?
On Chengdu, yes. So
not as a
obviously,
city, but as an event, yeah.
So obviously, with the fantastic time zone it takes place in, I've been watching so much of it. I've been really enjoying it. I think every game has been one of the best games I've watched this year. No, I've not watched...
Don't act like you're not awake at these times.
Yeah, but I've been watching other shit. Like I have been awake. No, I'll probably watch the playoffs. I've watched like highlights and shit. What I will say is, if you look at the 4 teams that are already out, Charlie.
Yeah,
this is a terrible
the 4 worst
result.
Teams at the event.
This is a terrible result for 3 out of 4 of those teams. 4 out of 4 of those teams. 3D Max.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
not
the
a good result for Tyler.
second event in a row.
Generally, going out last is not good, I would say.
Yeah, but it's more acceptable when you're Tyloo. I think this is the second event that 3D Max has gone out in a row, in last place in a row. But Navi and FaZe, what the fuck are you lot doing? Actually, what are you doing at this point?
I feel like
once
we talk about these teams being awful every week, and Navi, I'm like, I care less about Navi getting better, because I didn't even really care when they were that good. Not since they got rid of JL, I'm just my interest in the team is kind of squandered, and until Bit goes to Falcons, I just don't really care. FaZe, like, my thoughts on FaZe's structure and leadership, but like, this is like horrendously bad, especially after what happened at EPL with the fucking stand-in situation and stuff.
I'd also like to say
They're
at this
fucked.
point,
This team's fucked.
I'd also like to say at this point, if you're currently watching this podcast and you don't subscribe to the newsletter that you got a lovely ad break for earlier, you should subscribe to it, and you should also go on the website, because there will be a deep dive talking about how fucked FaZe are that will release at the same time as this podcast or a few hours later. So read that, because I actually predicted that they would do horribly in Chengdu, and I wrote an article about it. So enjoy it.
Do you know what's kind of jarring about this? Well, not jarring, but like, and I know I talk about this like multiple times a week, but FaZe did not play with this lineup at any point before the VRS lock. They are going to play at the major with a roster they did not qualify at the major for, and a roster that on this form would not get out of the RMRs.
Yeah.
They would not get out of the RMRs. 3D Max are in horrendous form. They would probably bomb out of the RMRs. Gamer Legion are a dead team. They would probably bomb out of the RMRs. But instead, we have to watch these teams like fucking carry their corpse around in the biggest event of the year. And it is the biggest event. I don't fucking give a shit if you think Cologne's bigger. Biggest event of the year, we have to watch these fucking dead teams carry their corpses around because of these stupid fucking VRS rules. Miserable.
It ain't good, is it?
What?
It's really not good.
3D Max have gone out last in 2 events in a row, but because they're one of the best teams of the world, according to fucking HLTV writers, they just go to the major anyway. They can't win a fucking game. They're rubbish. And I liked 3D Max before, But on current
Yeah.
form, they are not one of the best teams in the world. Neither are FaZe, for that matter.
FaZe aren't even like
I mean,
close to it, and
I
there's
s-
always the dream of them having a run and doing all right, like they do at the majors. Supposedly they show up and turn it on, but that was old FaZe, not.
I still
this.
think in my perfect
Amalgamation.
system, 3D Max would still get an invite. I liked the way that they did it for Austin. I didn't like the fact that the RMRs were online and had best of ones and no coaches and whatnot. But I think the way they did it for Austin, where like some teams got invites and then beyond that there was RMR qualifiers. I can't remember how many teams it was
I'm
that
okay.
got invites.
I'm okay with that.
I like that, and I think 3D Max would have still been in invite range if that was the case again.
They shouldn't be.
Well, where are they in Europe?
But then also the VRS
At
lock is just
10th.
way too early. Like
Yeah.
3 weeks in Counter Strike is like 3 months in like a normal sport.
And
Like,
the roster
in
lock
3
thing,
weeks,
like,
you can go from the best team in the world to fucking dog shit. Like,
the roster lock thing solves the issue of visas and invites and all this stuff. Like, but by doing that, it's created another issue with the teams that are at the major shouldn't be there, right? Like that's
Yeah.
oh, now no one's gonna miss out because of visas or political issues and stuff. Great, awesome. But now you have to watch a bunch of shit teams.
yeah, like,
What do we?
it's just frustrating.
It always
like,
sucks when a team miss out for non-game reasons, right? Like that is never good, obviously. Maybe hosting events in America is the reason for that, because it's historically those majors that have had the visa issues. But I don't know, man.
It's frustrating. But anyway, Chengdu itself has been fun because these teams have bombed out deservedly, and then some of the upper bracket games have been great. Like the mouse vitality
VP were
game.
impressive so far.
VP were like genuinely good for some reason.
Yeah,
They like Fame was going absolutely
Heroic has
ballistic
been
in that
on
one.
a pretty good form as well. Obviously, they knocked out Navi.
Yeah, I mean Heroic, whatever. I just struggle to care anymore about Heroic.
No, but
Even the Mongols Australis game was quite enjoyable, given like both teams are pretty rubbish.
it was tight. It was a good game. It's always
But yeah, the event's been fun.
these short IEMs are always a little bit difficult because the group stage is obviously there's no play-in or stage 1, so it's just like 3 days of 8 BO3s. It's kind of it's a lot of CS to kind of digest at once. But this should be a pretty fun playoffs.
I think so.
Fury and Mouse are through, right? That's always a good start. And then it's Falcons and Astralis are also through. So
Can
I
I
will say it's a
looking
shame
good.
that only one of G2 or Vitality can make playoffs.
can I say
yes, Sam?
as a final point, because I assume that we're wrapping up shortly. Charlie, I'm just going to send you a tweet
Yeah,
real
we are.
quick. I'll put it in podcast spam. Something that Pimp pointed out. No, a few episodes ago, Elliot, you spoke about Falcons being like second best team in the world with Spirit or something. At the time, I disagreed because I thought it's ridiculous to still not have Vitality in the top 2. We do now have, I think, 4 best teams in the world again, and it's Spirit, Falcons,
Yeah.
Vitality, and Furia. I know Mouse just beat Vitality,
I was
but I'm
gonna say
not
the same
sure
thing.
I'd include Mouse in this top 4, but make it a top 5 if that does you better. Falcons are in really good form
I will
at the
say-
moment.
I will say you didn't watch the Mouse Vitality game. They were like
It's good CS.
that was the most impressed I've been watching Mouse in a long time. Brolan was like just straight up outcalling Apex, like seriously just outcalling him. Spinks, I think it was the Inferno game. Spinks had one of the most insane rounds I've ever seen. You can't adjudicate that. Like he literally aced everyone in like 8 seconds
Yeah,
with
it
an
was
AK in a
bonkers.
full buy round. He just headshot everyone.
I want to speak on Brawling quickly, because I know
Yeah.
some you have thoughts on his calling. There's some shoulder content that's going on during Chengdu, where players are basically ranking the top 3 RGLs, right? A lot of them, in some order, well, most of them started with Apex, but they included Chopper and Brolin in the top 3, which I think is very interesting, because I rate Chopper, as we know. Apex is obviously the number 1, but Brolin being up there is
Yeah,
interesting to me.
I do find that a
Other
bit.
teams seem to think
I
he
do
is good.
find that a bit odd because Mouse have had some horrible T sides at points this year. Some really bad ones. But I want Brian to be a good IGL.
They did under Shuey, right?
No,
well,
mate,
nice.
they played one event with Shuey this year.
No, I meant before that. Like they
Oh,
did,
right, okay.
Mouse had these drop-offs with Shuey as well. Like I think that's a Mouse thing rather than a Brian
Maybe,
thing,
yeah.
because they've always had this soft underbelly.
No, I like this Mouse team as the 5 they are. You know, like if Jim Fat played better, great. If Roland continues to have success as an IGL, or, you know, success in Mouse terms, great. Like I like the 5. It's a good team.
Pick your major winner now.
I'm saying Spirit as a fan, but I think Falcons have a clean shot at this.
Do you know what the thing is, right? You said pick your major winner now, and instantly I just wanted to say Falcons, but I'm going to stick with Furia. Mostly because Jack said Falcons, but also because, like,
Lovely.
I'm sorry, I've watched enough of Nico at majors to know what happens. And it makes me sad. I really want to see Nico win a major. Like, I really do. But I know what happens.
It makes you sad to say that because you know that I was going to say it and you hate it when I do it. I'm going to go tried and tested Vitality are going to win it. They're just going to step it up when they need to.
Do you know what? I
still think G2 would sleep for this major, though.
I actually think, and it'll be a horrible major now because this is happening. You ask that question and there's just 4 teams that I'm just like, yeah, no, they actually probably do have each like a 20% chance of winning, and the remaining 20% chance just goes to every other team involved.
G2. Don't count out G2. That's what I'm saying. Look, we've got, I think, 3 weeks to the major, so you've got plenty of time to flip-flop, change your opinion. I know we've all got stuff to do this afternoon, and we've been here for an hour and 15 minutes already. We've talked about everything there is in Counter-Strike. If you want any more, sign up to the newsletter. That's all I'll say. Sign up to the newsletter.
Join the Discord also.
Join the Discord.
Follow us on Twitter.
DM Jack pictures of your cock.
Please don't do that, preferably.
No, please do that.
If I get one, it's going in the newsletter, just so we're clear.
We will see you all
next week
when Jack is hopefully a little bit more awake.
Yes. Bye.
Peace.